Well, hello friends, I'm David Vos. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm having a pretty good day, but at the same time, wow. I was just finishing up a video that I have put on Autumn Vos' channel. Please go and watch that because I think that video ought to go viral. Let's make it go viral because it's a very important video. Please go and look at that latest video. Actually, the last couple of videos on there, but go look at that video. It's gonna blow your mind. But I'm sitting there and I'm just about done with that video, and I got to use my computer to make the video and so forth. Sometimes I get pictures off the internet and so forth, and I'm looking at Google Images. Do you know that you're being monitored? You say, well, of course I do, Dave. Everybody knows that. You know, the phone can monitor you, the television can monitor you. Go into Walmart, they got pictures, and yeah, they're monitoring you. They got a GPS locator on your phone. Of course. We already know that. Come on, Dave. What's really new here? Is there anything important here? Yes. Stay tuned. This information that I'm going to give you, proof, it's going to blow your mind. I know that's going to be pretty hard to do because it seems like our minds are already blown. But this is going to literally blow your mind. We've been debating this thing about, I mean, you see it on the news, and they're always saying, oh, yeah, well, they can, you know, there is a device where if they wanted to, they could, perhaps if you had a smart TV, they could watch or hear or listen to your conversations and so forth. But they're probably not really actually watching you, doing your everyday business and so forth. You go onto the computer and you're looking at stuff on the computer. Who knows at what you might be looking at on the computer? How could they possibly record all of this? There's millions of people, 350 million people in this country. How are they recording everything that everybody's doing? So we just thought, well, come on. They're only using it to find out what we buy, and then they give us advertisement. Nobody's actually watching us. As far as I know, no one's offered any information to prove that you're being monitored at all times. What they have told us and what we know is that they can do it. They might do it at times, probably just recording what you're saying, maybe, but probably not. But somehow or another they could do it if they wanted to, and somehow in our mind we're thinking, well, they know what I buy. But we don't think about how do they know what I buy. Well, it's on the computer. Okay, somehow or another they know what I buy. But, I mean, there's got to be some mechanism that they know what you just purchased. It couldn't just be, oh, well, they've got a log from eBay, what you purchased and came from your computer. Think about that. You went to eBay and you bought some stuff, and then within, 5 minutes, somehow or another, you go onto Facebook and there's the advertisement for that thing that you were just looking at. So, okay, well, you said, well, eBay's connected with the whole, Google thing, and connected how? How are they finding out? Do they have a way to look at your bank account? You would think they wouldn't be able to do that, right? Do they have a way to monitor eBay and Yahoo and Amazon and whatever? Are they monitoring small little websites? They're monitoring the eBay website. Are they monitoring your website? Are they monitoring everyone's, absolutely everyone across the board's computer, and perhaps everything else? Are we going to be able to prove that today? Yes. We're going to prove that in this video today, that you are literally being monitored. Now, friends, what I've found out is this, and I'll tell you how I found it out. But what I found out is that if you sit down on your laptop, and let's say that you publish a video, they take a screenshot of your video. That means they've got control of more than just your camera. They have control of your computer. Because to take a screenshot requires a certain mechanism to make your laptop a certain kind of program, whether it's in their computers, their big computers somewhere in California, or whether it's somehow built right into your computer. Some of it's built into your computer. I mean, the camera and so forth, you know, the ability to take screenshots is in your computer. But how are they able to access the screenshot that your laptop made of that video? And you say, how do you know that they can do that? Well, as I began to do these videos and they got more and more popular, it wasn't long, maybe after a year or so after me doing these videos, I could write my name into Google and my picture would come up on Google in Google Images under David Vose. As time went on, I began to puzzle as to what are all these other pictures. When I put my name, David Vose, into Google Images, and maybe the first couple of pictures was me, you know, and as I got more and more popular, my videos got more access or more exposure, more and more of my pictures would appear. It started off just one picture. There was another David Vose that was ahead of me, and it was a couple of them. And over a year or two period went by, and then I was the first picture. And then I got to be the first 3 or 4 pictures of the Google Images, because my videos got more exposure. But I noticed it wasn't just my pictures. It was snapshots of scenes in my videos. Not always the snapshot that I chose to promote my video or the thumbnail. None of that, right? You can imagine how if I make a thumbnail and then I give that to Google, they would have that. They would access that. But they had snapshots of my video somewhere in the middle of the video that I've never made a snapshot of that. The only way they could have gotten that is to get my computer, come into my computer, take the snapshot from my computer, with my computer, and then somehow access my files and download it into their files. All right, now that's pretty scary right there. There were certain pictures that they had under my name that were my pictures in my videos. Some of the pictures had nothing to do with my videos. And I wondered, what are these pictures? Why are they on there? Some of those I clicked and thought about it and did some investigation, found out some of those pictures were people who talked about me. So maybe if the word David Vose was in their video, then a picture of their video would come on Google Images when you wrote David Vose, because they had taken a picture of me, or they had because they had said something about me, or they wrote it somewhere in their tags or their info box or something. So I thought, okay, I understand that. But yet again, none of these pictures seem to be the thumbnails that were originally used. They seem to be random pictures, not pictures that were offered to Google, but they seem to be snapshots. And this is why, friends, I can prove to you that they are snapshots taken by your computer at random places in videos, and when you're on the computer or looking at items on the internet or whatever you're doing, they take snapshots periodically. Perhaps they're recording everything you're doing, and they're taking this somewhere in their big headquarters in California or something. That's possible. Download everything you're doing. Perhaps they're doing it by downloading everything, having it go into some huge mega computer storage area. I mean, if you think they don't have enough storage, then just think about the fact that YouTube is storing somewhere every video that I make, every video that you make. They make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of channels, and each of them have thousands of videos, and they're storing all of these videos. Look at Apple. Every one of your pictures is going into the cloud. Okay, they got room. They have room. So they may literally, I don't know how they're doing it, they may literally be downloading everything you look at on your computer, everything you purchased. They'd have several ways to know. They could monitor eBay, they could monitor Amazon and every other company in the world, or they could just monitor your computer. That's the easiest way. And I'm going to show you 2 or 3 different things that I'm going to show you today that proves that they are monitoring you at all times. And they have all that you're looking at and everything you're doing, and they're literally watching you. Everything, listening to everything you're saying. But here's one of the reasons. When I saw these snapshots, to prove that they were just random snapshots and not something like a thumbnail that we gave them, I noticed that when I would go to look for an image to put it into my video, I noticed that some of the images, many of them, were not the correct width or height to fill my screen. Like if you took and you turned your camera horizontal, you would get a picture with black on both sides. It would be a narrow picture and it wouldn't fill the screen. If you turned your camera around, it's the proper width. And the reason that it has to be that width is because most of the smart televisions are that width, as well as your phone. If you've noticed, your phone's not a square, it's a rectangle. And so all the pictures have to be in exact dimensions and stuff. So why is it that some of these pictures on Google Images are not the right width? Where are they getting pictures that aren't the right width? If everybody's putting pictures up that are the right width, how is it that they're getting pictures that are not the right width? And why are some of the pictures on Google Images smaller? You click on them and it's a very small picture. Some of them are really, really small. It's like, why are they on there that small? And some of them are large, and some of them they're correct size. They fit your screen. There's a good reason. If they take a snapshot from your desktop screen, you may be looking at a web page, and on that web page there might be a picture. Well, the picture is going to be small compared to the entire size of your screen. So when they take a snapshot, they can isolate that picture that's on the website. They don't necessarily post the entire website. You say, well, I have a lot of trouble, Dave. Well, how else do they get these little pictures? They're small because these pictures were not covering the whole screen. So this picture is small. That's why that happens. They're taking snapshots. Pictures of your laptop, your computer screen, just a flash picture of what you're looking at. If you went to a website, they take a picture of it. So if you've got a video and you post it online, they can take a snapshot of that video. Well, no, the video is a long thing. It's like 30-minute video. How do they get that one shot of a tiger, a small little picture with a tiger somewhere on your web page? You see, if you write in Google, under the Google Images, you write tiger, all these pictures of tigers come up. There's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures of tigers. Where are they getting all these pictures of tigers? They are getting them, stealing them from your computers. They are taking snapshots of your computer. See, if they had a library somewhere where they had all these thousands of pictures of tigers, and they took pictures of tigers all day long and posted them on Google Images, that'd be something that maybe you'd think they could do. But that's not what they're doing. All their pictures that they have of tigers are coming from all of our pictures. We're the ones distributing pictures of tigers. Somebody's posting a tiger here. Somebody's posting a picture of a tiger there. Somebody painted a picture and posted it online. Somebody made a video of a tiger and it went online. And so they can go into your computer, no matter where you're at, snap a shot of it, and now you look up tigers on Google Images and boop, there it pops up under your name, because they know all the pictures that you were looking at, or all the pictures that you posted, or all the, they got the whole video. As if they're snapping pictures every so many seconds, but they've got, at intervals, they've got different snapshots of your video. They're either taking multiple snapshots during the time that your video is playing. Well, it doesn't even have to be playing, perhaps. We don't know. If it has to be playing to get each of the shots and intervals, then that means that they're literally monitoring your computer as it plays the video. You say, well, they're monitoring it at Google. They have information about every website. You can punch in anything you want. Somebody's name and everything they've ever done comes up underneath of them on the internet. Anything that somebody's ever said about you, their pictures come up under your name. They're monitoring what we say about each other. Just us common folk. So if you want a picture of your mom, and she's ever posted it anywhere on the internet, somebody's put it on a video or said anything about your mom, you write your mom's name and boom, there's going to be a picture of your mom. And so you see, that's why some of the pictures on Google Images are not the correct size. Because when they snap a picture from your computer screen, you may not have that picture cropped in the right dimension so that it's so long and so wide. You probably have pictures inside your computer of selfies in your computer, pictures of things you've done, you went out and seen, on vacation or whatever. So you pull those up on your computer, they don't fill the whole screen. So when they take a snapshot, they're getting pictures that are not the right size. So that's one way we know that they're taking pictures of our laptop and the information that's in our laptops. And the other way is that you can find information by looking in Google Images. Some of it hasn't even necessarily been published to YouTube. It's just information that you got in your computer. That's how they know what you bought. They didn't monitor eBay. They monitored your computer when you purchased it. They are monitoring what you want, what you like, the things you look at, everything that you look at on your computer. They need to monitor that to find out what you're interested in. Now, we've heard them say this, that they're monitoring this, but we didn't believe them. But when I say monitoring you, I mean literally, they're literally crawling into your computer. They've got a robot that crawls in, a very small little micro program that comes into your computer, takes over your computer, and takes all the pictures and information it needs. They call that a crawler, and that's exactly the tool that they use for Google. If you don't believe me, just look it up. That's how come Google works in the first place. It uses a crawler. A crawler means a bug. Remember how when you go and you get a computer from Microsoft and you're saying, well, I don't understand. Suppose it's got a virus. What's a virus? The viruses are put on there by the banks, the financiers, and the companies. The viruses are designed, some of them are designed to destroy your computer, so that you have to buy a new one. But some of them are designed to take your information. Well, you see, they got other things that are called bugs. Some of them are called pups. Viruses is like a little bug. The other things is you got a bug on your computer. See, in other words, it crawls in. It's a bug, and it takes your information. You say, yeah, but that's the criminals. No. Google is a virus. I know it does a lot of things that you enjoy. It doesn't supposedly damage your computer, but all it does is take your information. That's why they have all that information. It's called a crawler. See, that's like a bug, a little creepy crawler, and it comes into your computer. That's what they call it. I'm not making this up, friends. Look it up. Google is a virus. Microsoft is the one making the viruses on your computer. I'm not kidding you, friends. All of these bugs, viruses, pups, malicious malware is coming from the companies to make money off of you. And it's not like Google is trying to get rid of them, because they're working in concert with Google. You ever wonder why Craigslist is so full of pornography and prostitution? You don't think Craigslist could stop that? No, they're the ones putting it on there. That's where they make their money. You get all these invites for people coming on Facebook, and it's usually girls in bikinis wanting you to go to their website or something. You don't think that Facebook could control this? Well, they got enough ability to go through my videos and shut me down, and they're monitoring me and they're surveilling me. You don't think they could get rid of... They shut me down. Why couldn't they shut these guys down? Because those guys are them. They make a lot of money. See, how are they going to get you to join Facebook? Oh, we'll send you a naked woman. A picture of a beautiful naked woman and put her phone number on there. Well, it's not really your phone number. You got to go to the website and blah, blah, blah. Well, that gets you an incentive to go on there, because all these girls are talking to you. And wow, I'm going to go on Facebook and make friends. Oh, they got games. Invite all your friends to play the game with you. That's how they get you to sign up. Well, these crazy websites have viruses. See, then they get the virus to go into your computer and find out everything you're doing. They can make a lot of money off of the website. Remember how Zuckerberg, he went to Congress and had to admit that they were selling your information to other companies. So we thought, oh, well, I guess once that happened, then he had to admit it. It was just a mistake. No, friends, you got to wake up. You got to understand this. This is their game. This is it. This is their operation. This is what Google is. It's not there to entertain you. It's there to control you. It's there to monitor you. It's there to take all your information. And don't think that somehow or another you can get around that. because they don't even really need your camera. Your camera doesn't have to be on. They're taking snapshots internally inside the program. And it's going, if you've got an internet connection, it's going through the air. They may even be able to take it and send it through the air without your internet being on, because they have back channels. But even if it can't send it at that moment, you go somewhere else later on, turn your internet on, and you notice that your little lights beep, flashing, and you're not doing anything. Well, it's processing all this information, sending it, right, to Google. And they're taking all this information down. They know where you work, what you do, how much money you make. They know how much is in your account, your bank account. They know what you're buying, when you bought it, all your purchases. But they have pictures of everything you're watching, meaning that they can take and monitor you from your laptop, from your television, the smart televisions, your phone, everything you do and see with this thing called a crawler. The entire internet, friends, is a virus, is a bug, is a crawler. Stop thinking about Google as if it's from within its own smartness knows all this. It's a crawler. That's what this Google thing is. It's a crawler, a virus that goes into your computer, takes over your computer, and takes over anything that's in your computer. They have access to it, your knowledge, your pictures, your movies, your videos, your friend list. They use all of the friends on your list, and they get their information. You ever notice why you keep getting these things going around where it says send it to your friends, send it to 500 people, or, you know, and you're like, oh, somebody needs a heart transplant, send it to all your friends. Don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore. Most of this is being done by governments and companies, corporations, and it's being done to get your name, to get your phone number. There's lots of scams going on, but the biggest one of all is Google and Facebook and Twitter. Total frauds. They're taking all your information, and they can and they will use it against you. Friends, they don't just know your credit score. They know what your value and your worth is. Remember, your birth certificate, it's a bill. That's why it's got the little funny dollar bill lines all the way around the edge of it. That means it's a document that is a transaction of money. That's why we call it a certificate, an official note of tender, and it's called a certificate. And so when you have a birth certificate, you're literally, look this up if you don't believe me, that birth certificate that you sign is your parents signing away your life. You're worth about, I don't know, millions of dollars, and it goes on the stock market, and it's sold on the stock market. And at your death, you have to hand in your birth certificate, and that then means that these bankers can cash in on all of your worth. You're a commodity on the stock market. You don't think they know what you're worth at any given moment, at any given time? If you make a lot of money, you're worth a lot more to them. And they've got to know what you're worth. Well, if you're a rancher and you've got all these cattle, you go out and inspect your cattle from time to time. You make sure they're eating enough, or they're getting fattens for market, whether or not you're feeding them the right foods. They're monitoring your health because they don't want you to be too healthy, because they need you to live just long enough to be a good worker. They need you to be sick because they can sell you medications and drugs. They want you to feel depressed so they can lie to you and give you medications. They're destroying you. They want your water to be poison. They don't want you to live very long. They want your air to be poor. They want guns in the inner city so they can kill each other. They want war. They paste it all over the news every day to create the panic. We are being controlled, friends. So anyway, what's the solution? Am I just saying this like a doomsday prophet to make money? Is this just clickbait? No, this is happening. And you better believe it too. So I'm putting this video out to warn us about what's happening, but not without telling you what you can do about it. Because there is definitely, we've been asking this. Remember how we've talked about this in the past. What are we going to do about it? A lot of people say, well, I don't want to even watch the news because there's nothing I can do about it. And what am I going to do? I'm just one person. Friends, I got an answer. I have an answer for you. And it may not have been a good answer in the past. But at this point, right now, this month, here in August, as we speak, if you do this, I promise you, if enough of you do it, we're going to literally stop these guys. All you got to do is go out and vote for Republicans who back the agenda of Donald Trump. Because if the House and the Senate goes to the Democrats, they're going to impeach Donald Trump, and his agenda and things he's trying to do are going to go away. See, they'll squash all these investigations of the government and the FBI and all, Hillary and all that's going to go away. But they'll speed up this thing where he's going to be impeached. So they'll be able to just get away with surveilling him and all these lies that they're bringing against him in this kangaroo court. And they'll be able to do that to you, too. If they can do it to our president, they can do it to you. And so when they squash all of that and they impeach our president, then they're going to go right back to buying all the bullets and giving them to the police department and tanks, and they're going to go right back to closing the Walmart and going to this thing like Amazon, where you just go online and buy your stuff and it comes to your door with a drone. And when it does get to that point, they won't need all of us. They only need a bunch of peasants to do their work. See, and so your pedigree is not going to matter, because if you can't work hard, then they don't need you. Americans, they don't want you making money. The middle class, gone. And they squeeze the population of the world down to a small group of slaves. We're building our own prison, friends, and this prison is not a physical prison made out of bricks and stones, although they're making a lot of those. But they're surveilling us and watching us. They've got us on a digital leash, and that's our prison. And this is a prison planet. And I'm David Vos, and I hope you guys have a really great day. Please get the word out, friends. We'll see you tomorrow.